Hey there, DIY enthusiasts. Have you ever faced a leaking faucet, a clogged drain, or a toilet that just won't stop running? You know the feeling, that sinking feeling in your gut when you know you're gonna have to call a plumber, and then the dread sets in when you think about how much this is gonna cost you. Hiring a plumber can be expensive, but what if I told you that you could fix most common plumbing issues yourself, with just a little know-how? That's right. You don't need to be a pro to tackle these problems head-on. We're talking about empowering yourself to take control of your home maintenance. In today's video, we're diving into essential DIY plumbing tips that will save you time, money, and frustration. Whether you're a beginner or have some experience, these tricks will help you tackle household plumbing problems like a pro. So, grab your wrench, let's get down to business and show that leaky faucet who's boss. Let's dive in and get those plumbing issues sorted out once and for all. Ready to become a DIY plumbing pro? Let's get started. Stay tuned, and let's make those plumbing problems a thing of the past. Alright, before we jump into fixing things, let's take a minute to understand how your home's plumbing actually works. Knowledge is power, right? Every home has two essential plumbing systems: the water supply system and the drainage system. The water supply system is like the heart of your plumbing. It carries clean, fresh water into your house through a network of pressurized pipes. Think of it like the arteries of your house. And then you have the drainage system, which is like the veins. Its job is to carry away the wastewater, everything from your sinks, showers, and toilets, and get it out of your house and into the sewer or septic system. Now, when you turn on a faucet, you're tapping into that pressurized water supply. It's instant, right? But when the water goes down the drain, it's relying on gravity to do its job. That's why you need a good slope on those drain pipes and proper venting to make sure things are flowing smoothly. Before you even think about tackling a plumbing project, remember this: shut off the water supply. Most fixtures, like your sinks and toilets, they've got individual shut-off valves. But if you're doing a bigger repair, you need to find the main shut-off valve, usually near the water meter. Better to be safe than sorry, right? Now that you've got a handle on the basics, let's move on to the tools you'll need to get the job done right. And remember, understanding your plumbing system is the first step to becoming a DIY plumbing pro. You don't need to be a professional plumber to have a well-stocked toolbox. We're going to talk about the essentials, the tools that every homeowner should have on hand for tackling those plumbing projects. First up is your trusty adjustable wrench. This is your go-to tool for tightening or loosening most fittings. It's like an extra pair of hands, only stronger. Next, we've got plumber's tape, also known as Teflon tape. This stuff is magical. You wrap it around threaded connections to create a watertight seal and prevent leaks. Trust me, you don't want to skip this step. Now let's talk about the plunger. Every homeowner needs a good plunger. It's essential for unclogging sinks, tubs, and even toilets. And for those really tough jobs when you need a little extra muscle, you gotta have a pipe wrench. It's perfect for working with metal pipes. Now, if you've got a stubborn clog that just won't budge, you're gonna need a plumbing snake, also known as a drain auger. This tool is a lifesaver when it comes to clearing out those deep clogs. And finally, always have a bucket and some old towels on hand. Trust me, plumbing can be messy, and you'll want to be prepared for any spills or leaks. With these essential tools in your arsenal, you'll be well equipped to tackle most common plumbing problems. Now, let's move on to some common plumbing issues and how to fix them. And don't forget a pipe cutter. It's essential for cutting pipes cleanly and efficiently. Lastly, a basin wrench is a must-have for those hard-to-reach nuts under sinks. Let's face it, plumbing problems are gonna pop up, but the good news is, you can fix many of them yourself with a little know-how. We're gonna tackle 3 common issues: a dripping faucet, a slow drain, and a running toilet. That dripping faucet might seem like a small thing, but it can waste a ton of water over time and drive up your water bill, so let's fix it. First things first, turn off the water supply to that faucet. You don't want a flood on your hands. Now, most leaks happen because of worn-out washers or cartridges inside the faucet, so you'll need to remove the handle to get to them. Once you've got the handle off, you can inspect the washers and cartridge. If they look worn, replace them. It's a simple fix that can make a big difference. Now let's move on to that slow drain. It's a pain, right? But before you reach for those harsh chemical cleaners, try this natural solution. Grab your plunger and give it a good, vigorous plunge for about 30 seconds. If it's a minor clog, this should do the trick. If the plunger alone doesn't cut it, it's time to bring in the big guns: baking soda and vinegar. Pour about a cup of baking soda down the drain, followed by a cup of vinegar. This creates a bubbling reaction that helps to break down grease and grime. Let it sit for about 15 minutes, then flush with hot water. Finally, let's tackle that running toilet. It's a water waster and can really add up on your water bill. The most common culprit is a worn-out flapper. The flapper is that little rubber valve at the bottom of the tank. If it's not sealing properly, water will leak into the bowl, causing the toilet to run constantly. To fix this, simply turn off the water supply to the toilet and flush it to empty the tank and bowl. Then, remove the old flapper and replace it with a new one. Make sure it's seated properly and turn the water back on. Easy peasy, right? Alright, now that we've covered some common plumbing repairs, let's talk about preventing these headaches in the first place. A little preventative maintenance goes a long way in keeping your plumbing system running smoothly for years to come. Rule number 1, never ever pour grease down the drain. I can't stress this enough. Grease might be liquid when it goes down, but it cools and solidifies in your pipes, leading to nasty clogs that can be a real pain to deal with. Instead, pour grease into a container and dispose of it in the trash. Next up, let's talk about drain strainers. These little guys are your first line of defense against hair, soap scum, and debris going down the drain and causing clogs. Invest in some good quality strainers for your sinks and tubs and clean them regularly. Now, if you live in an area that experiences freezing temperatures, you need to make sure your pipes are properly insulated. Frozen pipes can burst, causing major water damage and costly repairs. Insulate pipes that are exposed to the elements or located in unheated areas like basements or crawl spaces. And finally, make it a habit to check for leaks regularly. Even a small drip can add up to a lot of wasted water over time. Inspect your faucets, toilets, and under sinks for any signs of leaks, and address them promptly. By following these simple preventative maintenance tips, you can save yourself a lot of trouble and money in the long run. Remember, a little care and attention go a long way in keeping your plumbing system in tip-top shape. And that's it! With these simple DIY plumbing tips, you can handle minor repairs yourself and keep your home's plumbing system running smoothly. Not only will this save you money, but it'll also boost your confidence in home maintenance. Which of these plumbing fixes do you think you'll try first? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on more awesome DIY home improvement tips. Subscribe for more DIY content. Thanks for watching.